Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. In today's video, I am going to be sharing a 2021 budget check-in / budget update. As you guys know, I do my budget tracking in my Erin Condren planner. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing how we're doing in regards to our financial goals that we set at the start of the year. If you watched that video, you probably already know what some of our financial goals are. If not, I'll leave it linked in the description box so that you can check it out at the end of this video. So, the question of the day, how are we doing in regards to our financial goals? Sadly, we are not doing so well at all in terms of the goals that we set when we started out 2021. We had some ambitious goals, and to be honest with you, we probably should have been a bit more realistic because we set the goals thinking in terms of 2020 when things were shut down and we had the opportunity to really cut back on some of our expenses, and we fared relatively well. So we set up some aggressive goals coming into 2021, and life happened, upgrades around the house happened, appliance repairs happened, some trips sprinkled here and there happened, and I also made some investments recently in my business. So if you're an entrepreneur, leave me a comment and let me know if you can relate to having to foot the load to the upfront costs for your business. So let me take a look. I won't show it on camera just because some of the items have been filled in since the start of that video. So to avoid sharing personal information, I won't show it on camera, but we had some goals that involved like 5K buckets. So one of the goals was 5K towards a high yield savings account, 5K towards an African American bank to bank black, 5K towards brokerage, and then additional $3,000 for the kids. We also set a goal to pay off an additional $3,000 on our timeshare, as well as to tackle my student loans with an aggressive amount. So all of those goals together have not yet been accomplished. And as we wrap up the rest of the year, because guys, it's already September, as we wrap up the rest of the year, I'm not convinced that we will be able to gain the momentum and put aside the funds to be able to hit those benchmarks. So yes, we've not reached our financial goals, but all hope is not lost. I am very well pleased with our ability to save towards some of those goals throughout the year, and I'm also pleased with how we've been able to navigate through some additional expenses that we did not start the year with. Case in point, we put my son into a daycare or preschool program. My children have all been through daycare and preschool. However, the preschool we were at previously was a lot more affordable than the option we went with now. So the increase in cost definitely was beyond the scope of what we had in mind or even thought would be possible. So that played a point into how we plan to close out the rest of the year. The other thing, we made some upgrades and we took care of some home projects since we were home quite a bit just due to the nature of this season. And we are happy with that decision to invest in some home upgrades and upkeep. And then the last that I'll share is a business investment or some business investments. So I do have a blog and an online community, and I'm looking to expand my business, and I needed the digital infrastructure to be able to do so. So I made some upgrades to the blog, careermomcommunity.com. Go check it out after this video. And I also took the opportunity to invest in a training, which it was quite costly. I think it was a good investment. I mean, for some, it was probably affordable, but for us, in terms of our goals and our financial benchmarks, it was quite expensive. But I felt led to make that investment in not just my business, but also in myself, so that I can grow in terms of my entrepreneurial endeavors. So that's where we stand in terms of our year-to-date update for our budget. So where do we go from here? From here, we level set again and we recast our goals. My encouragement to you in sharing my story is that you will take any opportunity to recast your goals when you feel defeated or when you feel that things didn't go as you planned. Don't give up hope, because we're certainly not giving up hope. We definitely will continue to save for our brokerage account. We'll continue to save for the high yield savings account. We've been able to add to those accounts, just not at the rate we'd hope for. And then naturally, we'll continue to make headway in terms of paying off our timeshare that we own. So when you find yourself in a situation where you've not met your goals, or you don't feel like you're going to meet your goals by your designated time point or time frame, go in and reset your goals. And that's exactly what I will be doing in this planner shortly. I will take September's metrics and I will reset the goals for Q4, for October, November, and December. It's almost time for us to start planning for 2022 as well. And I hope when we plan for 2022, we will factor in some other life decisions as well, so that we're not setting aggressive goals that we may or may not reach. So it's always good to have stretch goals, but make sure that they are somewhat attainable. And I think hindsight being 2020, as they would say, we didn't set appropriate level stretch goals. We probably should have come down on the totals that we wanted to add to certain accounts. There are some other accounts that we maintain. I just don't share them here on YouTube, but those are just slow drip funds where we'll put aside like, $20, $30, whatever the case may be, for like, travel sinking or something of that nature. So there are a few that we've set up, and those have been gaining a little bit of momentum because it's a smaller dollar amount than some of these large dollar amounts that we're working with here. So all of that to say, that's our budget update year to date, as well as August, and what we will do going forward. I hope that you found this video helpful. Give it a thumbs up. Also hit subscribe. I would love to welcome you to my YouTube family. I will speak to you in the next one. Happy planning, guys.